Hey guys, Arielle Phoenix here, and first and foremost, let me give a huge shout out to Jay Brown of the No Code Agents community. The community is growing nicely, loving it, loving the vibe, and we're just gonna keep going. But Jay Brown shared this amazing resource. It's the cursor.directory, and I've only had maybe 5 minutes going through this thing, but I'm already blown away because, yeah, it's just got prompts upon prompts, and it looks like it's quite easy to submit. So all of these prompts are submitted by the community. I quickly went over to see if there was a windsurf.directory. There is indeed. I don't know if it's by the windsurf team or just somebody else and they've just reposted, but it's nothing like this. So if you own the windsurf.directory, this is what it should look like. So it says cursor directory. As you know, any of these AI code gen models, they kind of react the same. They're pretty much the same under the hood with a few minor differences. So if you look at some of these prompts, of course you're going to want to make your own alterations to them, but you can get a good grasp of the makeup of a good prompt just by looking at some of these. So of course I recently shared a video on prompt engineering that mentions going into depth, giving it all of the information up front and then letting it fill in the blanks. And these are great examples of that. So everything is in Markdown. If you don't know what Markdown is, in layman's terms, these 3 hashtags, they would be like a H3 subheading. And then you've got 2, H2, and then 1 would be H1. And then you've also got things like the asterisks, which bold information. So it's just to show the tool a hierarchy. So we use it when we're making blogs and whatnot, but you can order the information. So if I go back up and I find like there's the H2, so TypeScript general guidelines, and then it's got these subheadings, which are basic principles, nomenclature, functions, all of that would fall under that H2, and then you go on in that order. So the next H2 would be specific to Nest.js. Is that a thing? Nest.js? Nest? Is that a thing? I guess so, because I can see it here as well. Okay. Well, I'm a no coder. But yeah, it's not necessary. As you can see, not all of them are marked down. I think I like to make it as easy as possible. And clear, and also for my own editing. If I've got a huge prompt, I want to be able to find what I'm looking for quite easily. So I like to use Markdown. It's not necessary. But yeah, if you look at some of these other ones, they've just got the heading and then the instruction, and they go into so much detail. So down the side, it looks like we've just got the categorization. But looking at some of the categorization, it looks like people can just put their own, because some of these are capitalized, some aren't. It probably would have made more sense for them to have their own categories. I'm not sure actually if... Okay, so you submit via GitHub. I'm not sure how that works. Have no idea how they do that, but developers know. So, but yeah, so you can always just search for what you want, and I guess it will come up in the... Let's see how the search works. Okay, super base. Okay. What would be really cool is if they had names. So, yeah, I think it's just got like the text stack and then the prompt itself, so you'd have to go through. But it would be cool if they had titles for what the prompt does. But let's just go through a few of them. So let's see. You are an expert in TypeScript, Gatsby, React, and Tailwind code, style, and structure. Write concise technical TypeScript code. Okay, so it looks like you just append the prompt with what you want it to do. But these are very, very strict guidelines. So you're an expert in JavaScript, TypeScript, and let's find a React one. You are a senior front-end developer. And I'm a huge fan of telling the AI what it is. It performs significantly better when you give it a scenario. So you are a senior front-end developer with 5 PhDs and 10 masters in developing things and you worked at Google and Meta and all of these things, you tell it all of those things and it really takes it to heart. So I'm a huge fan of that. And if you find a prompt that you like and it's missing that, just add it and see what it does. Just tell it it's an expert. But I love this: senior front end developer and an expert in React.js, Next.js, JavaScript, TypeScript, everything under the sun. You are thoughtful, give nuanced answers, and are brilliant at reasoning. You carefully provide accurate, factual, thoughtful answers and are a genius at reasoning. This is just an A-star player. Follow the user's requirements carefully to the letter. First, think step by step, describe your plan. Yeah, this is really cool. I think this would work really, really well with bolt.diy and DeepSeek. I think that would be a nice combination. I might try that out. But for now, let's just take one of these prompts and see what it does. So my bolt.new credits have refreshed. Let me head over there. First, I'm going to have to come up with something to make. So for my next video, I'm doing local SEO landing pages. So maybe that. Let's just do a rushed version of this one. So I'm just going to take all of this and yeah, let's take this. But I need to make sure it matches the prompt that I'm gonna give it after. So write something, oops. Write something like this for my London landscaping business. Actually, I don't have to do London. I can do UK because they will travel if the job is big enough. So for my UK landscaping business, let me just look at that tech one again. What one was I going with? This one. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. Wait, what did I say I want it to? It says, okay, I'll take some of this because I don't want it to give me I don't want all of this yet. So write something like this for my UK landscaping business, but instead of the tech stack mentioned, use the following. Just so it doesn't clash with what I want this prompt to do. Okay, let's see what it does. The thing is, I'm not sure if we're going to notice a huge difference in the beginning, because in the initial stage, you give it the prompt, it does the wireframe of the thing, and then it's when you're iterating and you've got your roadmap and your project overview and all those things that you start to see how well the project's going, how much it does up front. And what it does up front is not always an indicator, but let's see. This is all testing. We're all still learning the best way to navigate these tools. So okay, so React, Next.js, Tailwind, all the things it mentioned, and they're all bolded. Live chat integration, online quotes, blah blah blah. So it's built the project for me. The prompt that we're getting from the cursor directory, I think most of them are the kind of "you are a wonderful thing, build this" prompts, rather than the structure of the project, because otherwise you'd have to go through and find every instance of where they've mentioned a specific project. So I think they're good to go as they are, unless you don't want to use anything in the tech stack. So this looks awesome. I needed to turn this into Markdown. So create a, I think, do I have that already written? Yeah. Produce Markdown. No, so I need to tell it to make a project overview. I should have had these in the document. I'm not going to do file structure. So I'm going to have the cursor directory prompt here, and then project overview. Here's the roadmap, and then that, and that's it. I'm not going to bother with the file structure. I just want to really test out that cursor directory prompt. So yeah, so this is going to be replaced, but I need to do the roadmap.md and the project overview.md. So create a project overview.md and a roadmap.md from the above. And guys, this is why having a community matters. I noticed this when I first got into SEO and niche sites. The community was really instrumental in the growth, definitely in my growth and the growth of a lot of people, because you bounce ideas off each other, you share things, the ideation, just having that community where everything is reinforced and everybody's on the same kind of journey. Some are far ahead of you, some are a bit behind where you once were, and you're able to help each other. It's an amazing thing. So don't sleep on community, no matter where you are in your journey. Do not sleep on community. So quick overview, blah blah blah. We've got, I want this in Markdown. I did say that. Okay, thanks, but I need it in Markdown. All right, so roadmap.md and project overview.md, and you don't have to do the whole copy and pasting thing into VS Code. I mean, with bolt.new, this is actually a good opportunity to add the markdown to bolt.new because I did it on windsurf and lovable, but you can just save the file, just have a .md file and then just add it to the file directory, especially if you want to reuse it, you just have it there. But I don't mind the copy and paste. It's not try to put a time to the roadmap, which is good. Phase 1. Okay, cool. I've not really looked at this. I didn't even double check push notifications or SMS about up and coming bookings. Sounds like a lot of work. Unique referral codes or links. This is awesome. If you are a local business or if you've got a service business and you're thinking about building a site, you don't have to go with the basic Wix website or the basic WordPress website. You can actually start to play with ChatGPT or different AI tools to brainstorm how you can make your local business site stand out. And this is something I'm going to cover in another video, but if you have an agency and you make local SEO sites or you do rank and rent, you can make these tools and then your landing pages, your dynamic landing pages for those tools and for those local keywords, just insane. The opportunity is insane. It's so exciting. But anywho, we've got project overview and okay, we're good to go. So I'm going to, let me just put it in this for now. I've got to remove it after. So what I'll do, I don't want to have to do that again, so I'll just paste that. Oops. I'm going to paste the roadmap. I don't need that. So I didn't really need all of that. I could have just, that was just me being lazy. File overview. And then, project overview and the roadmap. So I'll take this one, put that here. And then the roadmap. I'm going to put that here. And then we're going to get the prompt. This is looks a bit confusing. I hope it's not too confusing. This guy here. Copy this. Hopefully I've not overlooked this and it is just, let's see. Yeah, because it's got a lot of this. It's got a lot of the things that I would put in the project overview instruction, but this is the main thing. This is what I'm loving the most. And then it's just got deeper instructions. So follow the user's requirements carefully to the letter. I might take this, and what I didn't do before is make a set of rules, because I just kind of copied and pasted the overview, but I definitely recommend making a set of rules. I was in Bolt yesterday and I couldn't see, I saw it before, the rules feature, but I couldn't find it. So let's make a .rules file for the AI code gen, let's say code bot to follow. And sometimes I'm just a bit more deliberate when I'm telling ChatGPT that I'm making this for an AI coding bot, because I don't know what it knows. I know we've got the internet and everything. I don't know what it knows at this point. So to just call it windsurf or to call it lovable, it's probably not going to know what those are inherently. So I'd rather just let it know I'm making it for this specific thing. So it's not me going away and coding it. So write it in a specific way. So let's make a .rules file for the AI code bot to follow. I think that might be enough for this. And let's see what it understands about rules. Yeah, it looks like it understands. So rules, role and expertise, key rules. This is good. This is good. Coding environment, you'll only be asked questions about. Cool. I like that. And my O1 is being drained. And then roadmap. So this is awesome because, again, I put the project overview, the entire thing, in windsurf and in Lovable, and that's not the way to go, which I did say. So if you can, as an extra step, make a .rules file. This isn't going to go into, in Lovable and Bolt, it's not going to go into your file structure. In windsurf, you can copy and paste it into windsurf rules. In Cursor, copy and paste it into Cursor rules or make the Cursor rules file. And then in Bolt, it's yet to be determined because I can't find it. So for now, I'm going to put this rules file just down here, and then I'm going to take the rest of the prompt and then start this project. Alright, so got it all, the markdown, the roadmap, and the instruction. There's no user flow and there's no screenshot of any style or anything, but let's go. And we're just looking at any differences, but again, it's always possible that it doesn't do anything crazy at this point. I'm wondering if it's going to create the MD. Did I tell it to create the, I don't think I told it to. No, I didn't. I told it to follow the rules and whatnot, but I've just given it the project overview, and yeah, so that was my mistake. You definitely want to tell it to create those files. So use them. Yeah, so in my initial prompt it said to do that. So yeah, so that was my mistake. So I need to tell it to make those files. Let's see if it did. Yeah, yep. Okay, so please make the files, and just to be safe, I'm going to paste it again. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. And then we'll go and take a look at it. And then I want to find where I can put these rules, because these are really good. Just making the roadmap and the project overview. I'm not going to stop and check if it's got everything in it. I'm just going to hope for the best. This is nice. This is nice. Typical, but nice. Get a free quote. Doesn't work. None of those work just yet. Cool. Okay. Basic. Again, can't really tell at this point. You can't really tell if it's done anything amazing. It's created the project overview.md and the roadmap. So 5 clear developmental phases, detailed tasks for each phase, progressive feature implementation, testing, and launch strategy. The files are now ready in your project directory. Cool. I love that. Now, if we can find... Alright, let's go through this properly. Appearance, editor, tokens, application, feature previews, network backups. I'm so sure they had a knowledge. They had a place where you could store your knowledge. I'm so sure they did. Enhanced prompt. That's cool. Is that coming? Is that there? Is that a feature? Oh, it's there. That's really cool. So you can enhance the prompt. So if you feel like writing something very basic and it's not really giving it much information, enhanced prompt will translate that for you. It's crazy. I'm so sure they already had an inbuilt rules thing. I'm so sure. I don't know if I'm getting confused with Lovable. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments if bolt.new had or has that feature, because I really feel like it did. For now, I'm going to tell it to create a rules file. I don't know if this is going to work, that you check before carrying out each edit. Comprehensive checklist for all code edits and implementation. I don't know, but it's worth having. Another thing is, if you don't want your project overview and your roadmap information documents to be available in your directory, then you'd probably want to make those so they're hidden files, and then make sure they are in the git ignore. So just so they're hidden, just like your .env would be. Let's see how this responds. So going by what is in the roadmap.md, what is next to implement. Phase 1 we've already completed, since we have a beautiful landing page with services and testimonials. Okay, where's the testimonials? Okay. So I'll definitely integrate Google My Business. Let's just look much better. Our work, those are obviously not things. They don't go anywhere. All of this would be built with Tailwind CSS for styling and proper TypeScript. The fact that it's relaying this information to me and making sure I know that it knows what it's supposed to be doing, following the rules of the tech stack. These things show me that it's following the files that I've given it. So that's cool. But I'm really stumped about that knowledge file, because I did think that bolt.new had one. But nonetheless, this is this. What I'm going to do, because I'm doing the dynamic local SEO content, I'm just going to use this so I've not wasted my tokens. I can actually use it for the video. But yeah, this is a very, very basic site. You can't see based on the initial prompt, but at least you know that structures are there, and is better than make me a landscaping website. You know that the structure that you've given it throughout, you can always just tag the file, mention the file. You don't have to keep instructing it on the best practices. So this is a gold mine. So again, if you want to go and check that out, again, thanks to Jay from the No Code Agents community. I now know about this. So I'm going to go through it, see what other hidden gem prompts I can find, enhance my own prompts with, and I definitely recommend going and checking it out and doing the same. If you found this video useful in any sort of way, please drop a like, a comment, and do subscribe to the channel. Do come over to the No Code Agents community and engage with us. And yeah, peace.